Join me as I dive into the mystery of 140,000 missing Japanese people and challenge myself to uncover what really happened to them. The topic of missing persons in Japan is a mystery that's both fascinating and unsettling, with over 140,000 people vanishing without a trace every year. What's even more astonishing is that most of these cases remain unresolved, leaving behind families and loved ones searching for answers that never come. It's a phenomenon that's both eerie and heartbreaking, and it's essential we explore the underlying factors that contribute to this staggering number. One major factor attributing to the high number of missing persons in Japan is the societal pressure to conform. In a culture that values harmony and uniformity, individuals who don't fit the mold often feel forced to escape, leading to a disproportionate number of missing persons from marginalized communities. Furthermore, Japan's rapidly aging population means that many elderly individuals are living alone, making them more vulnerable to disappearing without anyone noticing. Another significant contributor is the country's susceptibility to natural disasters. Japan is prone to earthquakes, typhoons, and tsunamis, which can make it challenging to track and locate missing individuals in the aftermath of these disasters. With entire towns and cities often displaced or destroyed, it's not uncommon for people to get separated from their families and loved ones, only to never be seen or heard from again. The lack of a centralized database and effective tracking system also hinders the efforts of authorities to locate missing persons. Unlike in many Western countries, Japan's police force often relies on manual searches and paper-based records, making it difficult to share information and coordinate efforts across different jurisdictions. This inefficiency can lead to crucial delays in the investigation process, ultimately reducing the chances of finding missing individuals alive. In recent years, there's been a growing trend of individuals deliberately disappearing, often to escape debt, oppressive relationships, or the pressures of modern life. This phenomenon, known as johatsu, has become increasingly common, with some estimates suggesting that up to 10,000 people willingly abandon their lives every year. However, this trend also raises concerns about the mental health and well-being of those who feel compelled to leave everything behind. The cultural stigma surrounding mental health in Japan may also play a significant role in the high number of missing persons. In a society where mental illness is often seen as a personal failure or weakness, individuals struggling with depression, anxiety, or other conditions may feel forced to hide their symptoms or avoid seeking help. This can lead to a vicious cycle of isolation, further increasing the likelihood of individuals going missing. Take the case of Kazuki, a young man who was struggling to cope with the loss of his mother. Feeling overwhelmed by grief and unable to express his emotions, Kazuki began to withdraw from his friends and family, eventually disappearing without a trace. His story is a heart-wrenching reminder that behind every missing person statistic, there's a real person with a complex web of emotions and motivations. One shocking detail that highlights the urgency of this issue is that, on average, it takes around 20 days for a missing persons report to be filed in Japan. This staggering delay can make all the difference in locating individuals before it's too late. Imagine if, in those 20 days, someone was desperately searching for a loved one, only to realize it was already too late. The mystery of Japan's 140,000 missing people is a complex and multifaceted issue, with no single solution or explanation. However, by raising awareness and understanding of this phenomenon, we can work towards creating a society that's more supportive, more empathetic, and more willing to confront the darker aspects of human nature. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this issue in the comments below. If you want to stay informed about more thought-provoking topics, be sure to check out my video on the psychology of cults, linked in the description box.